Hello and welcome to the 24th episode of Fractured Kingdom. If you have not subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time we put out a new video. And without further ado, let us jump into the game. Last we left off, the Crown Gall was searching for the kidnapped ward Ema. In the early morning hours of the 22nd of Sunpeak, Ori was pulled into a dream by her former stepmother Ursa, who claimed Ori was chosen to survive in the new paradise that would be created by the archdemon of Shadow Umbra. Ori declined the offer, and the next day, with scrying on both Ema and Ursa being blocked, Ori interrogated an Umbra cultist and learned the location of an underground lair outside of Anatoli. Ori then killed the cultist, leading to Lex's lawmaster Sheth questioning Ori about what happened, and warning her to not lose herself to a vendetta. The party then teleported to Anatoli and found the hidden lair. The party moved cautiously as the entrance tunnel was trapped with arcane glyphs and illusions of different items owned by Ema. Inside the lair, Ori opened a secret door that led to a dungeon filled with traps, and more illusions, these ones depicting crescent moon talismans. But they could not find the real talisman needed for the mysterious crescent-shaped hole found in one wall. The party fought several cultists hoping to find an answer. Instead, Corvus fell unconscious in the last fight, and the last remaining cultist disappeared after turning invisible. The party continued their search, and after many frustrating minutes, it was Ash who finally found the real talisman in a room hidden behind a concealed door. Ori then placed the talisman in the hole, only to fall unconscious after being consumed by Shadow in a short vision. With the party confused by what happened, Mari quickly healed Ori, who suddenly was holding a mysterious crystal in one hand. With Mari only able to learn some of the crystal's properties with her wand of identification, the paladin quickly decided to teleport everyone outside the lair. So now, in the late evening of the 22nd of Sunpeak, I need you, Mari, to roll a D100 for your teleportation.
Oh boy. 43?
So with everyone in the party being pulled through the orange portal created by Mari's helm of teleportation, everyone steps through it. When they step down onto the ground outside, everyone looks around and realizes that they do not see the crossed trees marking the entrance to the lair. It appears that the party landed somewhere else in the middle of the wilderness.
Oops. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, we have any idea where we are?
Someone can make a survival check.
Ash?
Sure.
Nice.
Looking around, Ash, you definitely know you are somewhere in the eastern hills, but you're not exactly sure where exactly.
Okay. I don't think we're too far off where we thought we were.
I'm sorry, you guys. I just had to get us out of there.
No.
Yes.
You're good. I agree.
Is there like a tree or a tall hill or something that we can get up on and...
Ooh, or I could fly.
Oh, right there.
I'll use my boots.
Okay,
Fly up.
make a perception check, Mari. I'll give you advantage with your high vantage points.
Thank you. 17?
So as you fly up and look around, Mari, you do not actually see any buildings around you.
How about
Do I
the
see,
ocean?
like, Anatoli, or, like, can I tell whereabouts we are?
Can't you see the coast?
You can see the coast. You're about roughly 5 miles away from the coast. Make a survival check, Mari.
Another 17.
Your best guess, Mari, is that you are somewhere between Lux and Anatoli, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay, so I'll fly down and I'll tell them, hey, so I think we're between Lux and Anatoli. I think we we know where the coast is. So if we head south, I think we'll hit Anatoli again at some point.
Yeah, east and then south.
What time of day is it?
By now, I'd say it's around 7 or 8 o'clock p.m.
Can we find a place to make camp? I'm feeling pretty bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why we left. Do you need hit points?
I mean, if I rest, I should be good. I mean, I'm at 14. But since we don't even know where we are, I feel like we're probably pretty safe just to take the long rest and not have to worry about healing me up. Really.
You get 11?
Oh, alright, thank you.
Alright, yeah, let's find some place to set up camp.
We're nearby.
With Mari flying up, Mari is able to find a rather large hill, which may not provide any overhead cover in case there is some rain during the night, but it will provide some protection from the winds.
And at least there's something against our back then.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's rest. I can take first watch.
I'll do second.
I'll take 3 and 4.
I will go whenever.
Can I attune to something while on watch?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then yes, I will take 3 and 4.
Corvus, Ash, which one of you want to be third and which one last? With Ori.
I'll go third, I guess.
Yeah, I can go last. That's fine.
So Mari, as you take first watch, make a perception check.
22.
Nice.
During the middle of the night, you hear the howling call of a wolf, but from your best guess, it's quite a ways off. You don't think you need to worry about it. The rest of the night is fairly uneventful, with just the quiet chirping of a few grasshoppers. You do not actually see any creatures nearby.
Okay. I think I tell whoever's next, like, hey, I heard a wolf, but they were pretty far off, but keep an eye out.
Okay. I'll be special careful about wolves.
Okay, Mickey, make a perception check.
22.
Nice.
Walking around with my special shield and using its eyes to scan over everything. Being careful for wolves.
With Mickey maintaining a perimeter walk around the hill which the party is resting against, Mickey does not actually see any creatures besides a few bugs here and there. There is one spider which does try to walk up your leg at one point. That's about the only interesting thing to happen during your watch.
Brush it off. As long as they're not in the house or in my tent, I'll let them catch flies.
And before Corvus wakes up, Corvus just so happens to have a very strange dream.
Uh-oh.
So, Corvus, as you were sleeping, you suddenly start choking, and you realize that there are somehow 2 berries in your throat. After Corvus opens his eyes and continues to cough, he realizes that he's not on his bedroll next to the hill out in the wilderness. He's lying on the floor of a cavern. And as he's looking up, he sees a very nervous and worried Ash who's standing over the half-orc. What's most curious and alarming, however, is that Corvus's entire body is covered in a strange, sticky, and almost translucent ooze-like substance that is burning and eating away at every single square inch of Corvus's skin. Before he can react, he's suddenly pulled up to his feet by a very scared-looking Ori, and as a confused Corvus steps on and squashes more berries that are randomly rolling around on the cavernous floor, Mari sprints right past him. You turn around, Corvus, and you finally see the source of everyone's fear. A giant cube of gelatinous ooze is slowly squeezing through a narrow passage towards you. The cube itself is nearly invisible, but Corvus can see there's a skeleton and a strange metal rod which are both suspended within the ooze, and moving ever closer to you as the cube tries to engulf you. So, Corvus, make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I make it at advantage?
You do make it at advantage.
21.
Despite Corvus being surprised, he just manages to step back away just in time before the cube engulfs him. What do you do next, Corvus?
If I have a rage available, I'd like to enter my rage.
You do have a rage available.
I would like to enter my rage and try and attack it.
Okay, make an attack roll. As you reach down for your weapons, you realize you do not have your enchanted glaive, which you normally do, but you do have your maul.
19.
19 will hit.
For 13 bludgeoning, and I'm not sure if the radiant applies, but 8 radiant.
And as Corvus rages, he makes a strike right in the center of the cube. The radiant energy coming off the maul seems to melt and disperse some of the ooze of the cube, but still moving towards you. You have one more attack this turn if you'd like.
And I would like to try and attack it again.
You got it.
For 7 more bludgeoning.
Corvus takes a large swing with his maul once again, slamming his maul down right on top of the cube as more of the ooze gets splintered off and chunks go flying off of it. Corvus, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
22.
Even with the giant cube lunging forward at you once again, Corvus is easily able to step back and avoid being consumed by the deadly cube. It's now your turn once again, Corvus.
I want to make 2 reckless attacks using Great Weapon Master on with my maul.
You got it.
15?
15 will hit.
For 20 bludgeoning and 11 radiant.
How would Corvus like to do this?
Just bring it up as high as I can over my head and bring it down on the ooze and just have it splatter all over the walls and the floor. Just splatter everything.
Seeing just how effective his last strike was, Corvus once again raises his maul right over his head and brings it straight down, causing the entire cube to break apart into this weird jelly-like substance which sprays out all around him, all over the floor, the ceiling, and the walls. And as Corvus catches his breath and feels he's very weak, he finally notices the sound of the rest of the party. As he pokes his head out towards the entrance of the cave outside, it appears that Ori and Mickey are firing ranged attacks at an invisible enemy, and Ash is firing arrows at something, which Corvus does not quite understand why.
I want to figure out what they're shooting at and attacking.
Make an intelligence check, Corvus.
Oh boy. 7!
Corvus does his best to guess where this invisible enemy is. As he grabs his maul once again, he runs forward and tries swinging at this unknown foe, but he's unable to hit anything. And with the confusion rising in Corvus's mind, Corvus suddenly wakes up for his watch. However, after Corvus wakes up, Ori does not enter trance quite yet. As Ori opens her eyes, she finds herself sitting in a dark cavern, and on either side of her it appears that the 2 jesters, Riddick and Malum, are both arguing. Hey, I thought you said you figured out how to stop this from happening. I didn't say that. I said I thought I knew how I thought we could prevent this from happening. Well, you thought wrong. Why can't you thought better thoughts? Hey, I mean, you don't thought any better thoughts.
Hello? Is anyone actually here?
Riddick and Malum both look down at
Besides
you,
you
Ori,
two.
and say, well, oh.
Obviously you're always here, and it goes without saying, I thought.
Ori suddenly hears the voice of Ursa saying, well, that's curious. As she looks over, Ori sees the tall, long, braided hair and form of her stepmother Ursa.
Stay curious.
Ursa's eyes dart between Ori and the jesters, and she asks, so what exactly is going on here?
Stay curious. That's all you're getting. It's not like you've been sharing information all that much with me anyways, so why should I tell you anything?
Oh, that's where you're wrong, daughter. I'm telling you what you need to know. And that is, you don't have to go looking for power from whatever those 2 are. Malum at this point says, hey, we are jesters, alright? And we're not as weak as you presume us to be. Rick says, yeah, we're at least 5% stronger than how weak you presume us to be.
You're not helping. You all could just shut up, and probably it would be better for everyone.
Malum will then look at Ursa and say, yeah, shut up! Ursa will roll her eyes, then look back towards you, Ori, and ask, so, what did Umbra show you?
If Umbra showed me and not you, I presume that's between me and Umbra, isn't it?
Oh, well that's where you're wrong, daughter.
You can cut that out. You can stop that. That's not necessary.
I'm just a loving stepmother showing care for her stepdaughter.
Can't help. Don't quite see how that is when you're gonna go around kidnapping my friends, but go on.
Well, before you interrupted me, I was going to give you more information because I am a loving stepmother who shares important details. Like how each person sees something different during their second trial.
Okay, out of character, Jacob, I'm having a tough time remembering what I saw when Ori passed out.
So
Sorry,
Ori...
I didn't take notes on that.
Yeah, so when Ori passed out, Ori witnessed the shadow of Umbra escape out of a crack in the wall and basically cut off your air supply and make you pass out and choke.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And then when you woke up, you were holding the weird crystal.
Right. Interesting. How special for everyone to be so tailored to.
Ursa gives a smile, finding amusement in all this, and just says, "It's okay. If you want, we can make those little clowns of yours leave so we can have some privacy." And Milam says, "Hey, we are not clowns, we are jesters."
Oh, I've given up privacy from them a long time ago, but you can certainly try, I suppose. Won't be any skin off my nose either way.
Ursa just continues to give that little smile of amusement and just says, "You still don't understand, do you, stepdaughter? You don't make the rules to this little game here. I do. And speaking of games, have you ever been out west to the Golden Door Casino over in Port Nero? I hear it's a really fun time. Though if you do go, you better keep an eye on that ASMR companion of yours. What's his name? Michael?
Michaelmas.
Michael Moss?
Sure.
We wouldn't want him gambling away all of your gold now, would we? Then again, once Umbra returns, he will give us loyal chosen followers riches we could only dream of ever holding."
Okay, cool. I'm so happy for you. I've heard about these accusations about Mickey before. This isn't new information.
I figured not. But you still need to watch him. Just a friendly reminder from your loving stepmother.
Yeah, I really can feel the love.
Now then, I did ask you a question which I very much would like to hear the answer to.
Well, I'd very much like not to answer it. Oh. Oops. I guess you're out of luck.
Oh no, it appears that you're out of luck this time.
Uh-oh.
After saying that, the large shadow suddenly reappears behind Ursa as the Jesters and Ori see the shadow of Umbra and its consuming darkness slowly grow more and more behind Ursa. As at this point, Riddick and Malum will both look at Ori and say, we'll be right back."
Great.
And with a loud poof, Riddick and Malum are once again both gone.
With friends like that.
I think Ori kind of squares off, puts her kind of right foot forward and kind of squares off against the darkness and just kind of like glares at Ursa a little bit.
Ursa will say, "One way or another, I will learn. Even if it's a lifetime from now, when we're both joined with Umbra."
Ugh. Sure. Then you can let me go now, I guess, if you've got all the time in the world. Unless
And
you're gonna
as
say
the
something
shadow-
actually useful. Oh, sorry.
As the shadow begins moving closer towards you, Ori, you're suddenly hit in the face by something. As you take a step back, there's suddenly a rope hanging down from the ceiling.
Oh.
And there's a small piece of parchment that's tied to the end of the rope. And on the piece of parchment, there are these scribbled words, "Pull me."
I will pull the rope. Does Ursa have any reaction to the rope?
Ursa looks very confused.
I will definitely pull that rope. Both hands, hard as I can.
And with the shadow just about to reach Ori, she pulls down the rope and suddenly feels herself fall as she apparently opened up a pit trap underneath her. And from the sudden surprise of falling, Ori suddenly wakes up in real life.
Was that you two?
There's a moment of silence in your head as you realize that both Mickey and Corvus heard you say that out loud.
Oops.
But after a moment, Rudek will say, "Yes, that was us. You're welcome."
In my head, I will say thank you. I should have never doubted you.
And then out loud I will say, "What are you talking about? I didn't do anything."
Oh, my mistake. I thought you woke me up. I just must have happened naturally.
With Mickey heading back to resting, Ori and Corvus begin their watch, so both of you need to make perception checks.
And I will also be attuning to this new shard I have during this first.
You got it.
And disattuning to one of the die. Charlatan die.
You got it. Although at one point, Malum will say, "Oh man, but it's such a fun thing to do. I mean, I guess you still could pull off some cons with one die, but it's not quite as easy. You gotta work on your sleight of hand a little bit more.
Maybe when I have time for cons, I'll unattune to something else and reattune to the die, but right now is not quite the time for pulling fast ones on folks.
Riddick says, yeah, I gotta agree with her on that one. Oh, what do you mean? It's always time for a little con and shenanigans.
Or just rolls her eyes and clearly focuses more on the shard than on her watch.
With both Corvus and Ori not having anything of note during their watch, Corvus will head back to his long rest, and Ash will wake up. So Ori and Ash make perception checks.
Do I know anything? I'm rolling for the wand to detect magic, so I got one charge back. Do I know anything more about this shard now that I'm attuned to it?
Now that you are attuned to that shard, you do not learn any of the other properties of it.
Oh, heck. Do I know if I attach this to my sword, could I dismiss it and resummon it? And it would, like, stay with the sword?
So, unfortunately for you, when you attach the crystal to your sword and try to send your sword to the demi-plane, the crystal will fall off and not travel with it.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll just attach it to my armor then. Probably, like, on the shoulder. And for this spell save, would it be my... It wouldn't be with a +1 from my, Bloodwell Vial, I presume. So it would just be my standard save, since I'm not using the Bloodwell Vial to cast it.
Oh, that is actually a very good question. So, it is actually the DC with your Bloodwell Vial, because you only need to be holding or wearing the shard. You don't actually need to use it as a focus.
Oh, cool.
But,
so
you can use it as a focus if need be.
Right. Cool. Cool.
So, as the sun begins to rise on the 23rd of Sunpeak, it is right after Mickey, Mari, and Corvus begin to stir from their slumber when both Ori and Ash hear the noise of something from behind the rock right in front of both of you. As both of you prepare your weapons and your spellcasting foci, you suddenly see, crawling up the backside of the rock on top of it, you see what you think is a drow, but as the drow continues moving up the rock, you realize it is no ordinary drow, for their lower half is that of a spider.
Oh boy.
So everyone needs to roll for initiative.
Do we get a long rest in?
You do get a long rest in, however, nobody's wearing armor. Except for Ori, because you finished your trance.
Yeah.
Oof.
Would I be wearing it?
These things?
You would not know.
Okay.
Okay.
80 knows.
I don't need armor.
I very much do.
So, with the party scrambling to get prepared to fight this Drider, it jumps down the rock and runs right towards you, Ori. And after it pulls out a longsword, it makes 3 attacks at you. Actually,
How is that?
it's going to make its first attack with its bite.
Shield. So that misses.
Right as its teeth are about to take a bite out of your shoulder, you're able to cast your arcane shield and avoid getting bitten. However, the Drider will stare at you angrily, and after letting out a snarl, it'll move over towards you, Ash, and make 2 attacks at you.
That's a hit.
So first attack with its longsword will be for 5 slashing, and second attack,
That'll hit.
11 points of slashing damage. And right after those 2 slashes hit your chest, Ash, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna, at the end of the creature's turn, I'm gonna use my skirmisher ability to use my reaction to move up to half my speed and not provoke an opportunity attack.
You got it.
I'm just gonna back away. So that was my reaction at the end of their turn. And then for my turn, I'm going to bonus action, use steady aim, and then try to sharpshooter attack the spider creature. 15?
15 will miss. While the arrow does hit the Drider, you realize it has a naturally sturdy natural armor, which your arrow was not quite able to pierce.
Okay, and then I'll just try a second normal shot. 27 to hit
That one will hit.
for 9 piercing. And then I guess sneak attack for 5.
And with Ash hitting the Drider with one arrow, we now go to Ori.
Alright, so I'm gonna use Booming Blade as my action. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to. So 23 to hit,
Yes, that will hit.
and then it does get 1d8 thunder damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna quicken cast Dissonant Whispers. So when I use a meta magic option with this shard, does something happen? Do I get an option that I'm now aware of?
You do not get any new options, but you get the one option that is on the shard. Currently, the only option you have is the tentacle option.
Oh, so those aren't unlocked. Okay, I see. So yes, Dissonant Whispers. That should be an 18 wisdom save. Alright, so it needs to move, takes the Booming Blade damage. Should I re-roll that, or do you want to use the 8?
Oh, I can use the 8.
Oops, sorry, did not mean to do that.
Then are you also going to use your planar shard ability?
My planar shard ability.
Tentacles.
Is that not an action?
No, it's not an action, it just automatically happens if you use a meta magic option, if you want.
Oh! I see, yes!
It'd be a charisma saving throw, which is also a failure.
Great. Oh, this kicks so much butt.
13 psychic damage from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
With Ori sending her dissonant whispers at the drow, the party see that not only does the drow turn and begin running, the party also sees this strange, dark tentacle appear to pop out of the crystal that Ori embedded into her armor and lash out at the Drider before it turns and runs.
Did you get my opportunity attack?
Yes, you do.
Sick. Dang it.
Opportunity attack will miss, however, most likely due to the surprise of actually seeing the tentacle work.
Yeah.
Any movement for a turn?
Nah.
Okay, with Ori staying where she is now Corvus' turn. So, Corvus, Mari, and Mickey are technically all prone right now, as you were woken up to this.
Then I'm going to stand up, which costs half my movement. I'm going to enter my rage, and then I've got... So I move 20 feet immediately. That'll get me there. Can I get on top of this rock?
Let me double check high jumping. What's your strength modifier?
4.
I'd say because you are running up, I'd say that'd be just enough to jump up and get right next to the Drider.
Cool. Then I'm going to get right next to the Drider. I'm going to try and make a grapple attack on it.
All right, make your athletics check.
Yes.
Ooh, got him.
Nice.
Corvus reaches forward and grabs one of its spider legs with a hand.
And then I'll just make an unarmed attack since, you know, I can't really attack with one hand on the spider. I can't use my glaive, so an unarmed strike.
You got it.
Reckless unarmed strike.
Bash it with your head. Kappa.
23
That will hit.
for 6 bludgeoning and 10 radiant if that applies. And yeah, I want to say it's a headbutt.
As its head is leaning down, trying to reach down and get your hand off of its leg, Corvus jumps up and headbutts the Drider right in its head. And as it looks slightly dazed right now, we'll now go to Mickey's turn.
So stand up for 15, 5, 10, 15. And then I'll blast at second level and get everybody else in the party as my bonus action. And then as my Corvus, you're right there. Take a... Oh, wait. You're not at your best. Ash, take a shot.
If it's... Is it a reaction for me, or
Yeah.
is it just I get it? I don't have a reaction.
You don't have a reaction? Okay.
Nope.
Then Corvus, bash away again with your head.
No, actually, Ash, you should still have your reaction.
I would, because I used it with Skirmisher.
But that would technically be
before
on the
your
that would
turn?
technically be on the Drider's turn, and since you took a turn, you'd still technically
Okay.
have your reaction.
Okay, cool. Alright,
I mean, Corvus hit him.
Oh, I'd rather have you shoot at him.
that's fine. Are you sure?
You get to add one before. As I'll call down Sacred Flames. Yeah, that's bad.
With it being still very early in the morning, Ash is not quite up to his normal his normal level of skill, as he hasn't had his morning coffee yet. However, lucky for Mickey, the Drider, while being distracted by Corvus and grappled, is unable to avoid the sacred flames falling down on top of it.
Ha, take that. And then I'm done.
That will take us to Mari.
Would you say I would have my boots on, even if I don't have my armor on? I feel like I wouldn't take my shoes off.
Not for sleeping out in the wilderness.
I'd say... because you're outside,
Our feet get cold. Our toes chilly without shoes on.
It's an easy thing to do to stay ready is to keep your shoes on.
Sure,
Positive.
I'll say you still have your winged boots on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I use 15 feet to stand up. Can I grab my sword as my free object interaction?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Grab my sword. Move 5, 10, 15. Misty step to the top of the rock. And then I'm kind of flying so I can't like fall off the rock in case that's not steady. And then I'm gonna try and hit it. 28 to hit for 10.
Yes, that will hit.
And I'm going to Divine Smite for another 8, and then I'm going to try and hit it again
27 will also hit.
for another 14. And that is my turn.
Mari quickly grabs her sword, and as she flies up towards the rock, she misty steps to get right up in front of the Drider, right next to Corvus, as she lets out 2 Divine Smites, and the Strider is now definitely bloodied. With its action, it is going to try to break the grapple of Corvus. And unfortunately for her, she's unable to pull its leg out of your grasp, Corvus.
Aha!
And with it glancing over towards you, Ori, with a still frightened look in its eyes, is now your turn, Ash.
Alright, I'm going to bonus action steady aim again, and sharpshooter. Plus bless. 17?
17 will miss, even while being blessed by Mickey. With this being your first time fighting a Drider, you're having a hard time identifying the weak spots in its body, so you're unable to actually deal any damage.
So many legs.
Alright, then I guess I'll just try a normal attack, since sharpshooter seems to be failing me. Nope.
Your second arrow will also miss, as that one goes right over its head.
And that's it.
With both of Ash's arrows missing, it is now your turn, Ori. And now this third
Okay.
turn, you realize the Drider is now no longer frightened of you.
Fair enough. I'm going to cast. I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Wow.
I don't know.
The highs and lows.
Man.
With Ori's first Eldritch Blast hitting the Drider right in its face, she gets overconfident and quickly fires off her second Eldritch Blast in an almost quick draw motion, and the second one goes way high, not even close to hitting it.
I'm just gonna move a little bit. And that'll be all.
With Ori moving over to flank the Drider, is now Corvus's turn.
Well, since I still have her grappled, I am going to just make 2 reckless unarmed strikes. Give it the old 1-2. 23
Yes, that will hit.
for 6 bludgeoning and 7 radiant. And 21
21 also hits.
for 5 more bludgeoning. And I am just gonna stay here with it grappled. I'm not gonna do anything else.
With Corvus still holding on to one of its legs, he throws 2 hard punches right into the leg. With you hearing bones on the verge of breaking, the Drider lets out a loud yell and scream of pain, as it looks like its anger is now directed towards you for the moment, Corvus. And after those well-aimed punches, it's now Mickey's turn.
I'll step up a little bit and I'll cast aid for 5 hit points each on Ash and Mari and Corvus. And come on, Ash, you'll Show us what you can do.
This is a terrible idea.
You'll get her this time.
24.
That one will
There we
hit.
go.
Okay, and then I get loss of Slayer and sneak attack if it goes through. Oh, first one of 9.
Nice.
So 26 total.
And then I'm done.
The Drider is looking very wobbly on its 8 spider legs. With it looking weak, it's now Mari's turn to go.
Gonna try and hit it again. Ugh.
That will miss even with the bless. While you do hit it, your sword was not able to cut through its spider body at that location where your sword hit it.
Alright, we'll try it one more time. There we go.
That one
23
will
and
hit.
9, and then we'll smite. Another 9. 18 total.
How would Mori like to do this?
Yeah!
I kind of want to go like under its little spider belly and just like straight up.
With Mari missing with the first attack, she realizes she needs to get underneath it to get the best damage in. So as she turns around and dives down underneath it on her back, she thrusts her sword straight up right into the underbelly of the Drider. As it lets out one final shriek of pain, Mari, make a dex save.
No.
Mari realizes that while her maneuver successfully killed the Drider, its dead body suddenly fell right on top of you.
Wait, she's flying though. She was flying.
That's alright.
So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
My hubris got me.
I'm gonna quick go grab my shield and my armor and start getting that on.
As soon as I wrestle myself out from under the body, I'm going to do the same thing.
I want to try and pick it up off of her.
Make a strength check, Corvus. I'll say
Am I-
you will
am I
have
still
one more
raged?
round of rage, so this will be at advantage.
Yes.
Okay. Just a straight strength roll?
Yes, straight strength.
Oh, yeah!
Woohoo!
Corvus, with a loud yell, squats down and lifts up the entire body of this Drider a few feet off the ground, easily helping Mari escape from underneath it.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
And then I'm gonna yell out, "Ha! We are victorious once again!"
As per usual.
Per usual indeed.
After I get my armor on, I want to go look at this thing and see if there's any sort of crescent moon symbol, tattoo, necklace, anything like that on the body.
Sure, make a investigation check.
27.
Ash sees that it does indeed have a crescent moon necklace, along with a couple of other interesting things. Besides its longsword, it also had a longbow itself, along with 15 arrows.
Ooh.
It does also had a small coin purse with 10 gold. And interestingly enough, you also find a rolled up piece of parchment.
Ooh.
And as you unroll it, it appears to be a work schedule for the upcoming week.
Any hint
a
at like
work
what the
schedule
actual
for-
job is?
A work schedule for whom?
You do not know what the job is at the location it is for, but the location it is for is the Golden Door Casino.
Oh. Ursa mentioned that to me last night.
Does anybody
Last
know where-
night?
Yeah. Does anybody
Yeah,
know where
sorry.
that is?
The whole spider drow attacking us
Yeah.
kind of distracted me from like mentioning.
Of course.
But yeah, she visited my dream again last night and mentioned the casino and Mickey.
What?
What about Mickey?
Oh, to keep an eye on our coin bags around him, I guess.
Let's
Her usual nonsense.
Let's have everyone make a history check, except for Mickey, because Mickey has heard of the Golden Door Casino before.
Wow.
Why do these rumors keep persist about Mickey? We know there's no truth to them.
Mickey, Ori, and Mori, all three of them have heard of the Golden Door Casino before. It is a popular casino on the west coast in the city of Port Nero.
Oh, maybe that's where she took Emma. I don't know. Oh, should I contact Rielis about getting the swords from him now that the king has declared war?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
was gonna message Realis.
You got it. And what do you say in your sending message?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Crown Gall here. We talked about the swords in the event of war. The king has declared a fracture war, so we'd like them, please.
Ori, make a persuasion check.
I have to check. Can I guidance? No, I wouldn't have before you made a sending.
Ooh.
Nice.
Decent.
After a moment, Ori hears a... sorry, just woke up. So, the king has declared a war, huh? Has Tashan or the evil side done the same?
Oh my gosh.
If it's only...
That's the whole thing?
There is no more reply.
That wasn't 25 words. He could have kept going. He wants Tashan to declare war. Wouldn't it...
Isn't sending opening rifts and sending folks through to attack a declaration of war?
I don't really want to use more spell slots to debate
No.
him,
No, I don't think it's worth it.
but this guy is moving the goalposts, clearly. Dragons are such pieces of work. And we're gonna talk to more of them! Unbelievable. Well, I don't know, maybe she has Emma at this Golden Door Casino. I don't know. She clearly wants us to go there, though.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that, but I don't know that there's anything else to do.
Can I actually incite Mickey about me bringing up his alleged gambling issue again?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Ugh. Wow, I'm just bad at, like, reading Mickey. Dang.
Mickey,
He's an
make a
enigma.
persuasion check.
Yes.
You're
Wow.
having a hard time figuring out what exactly is going on with Mickey there, Ori.
Huh. Weird. I mean, Ursa's a jerk, so... If there were already rumors going on around about that, I guess she might have heard something and decides to, like, cast more aspersions.
So I have divination up, so I could do it as a ritual. So what is this again?
So, like, ask if Emma's at the Golden Door, maybe?
Yeah. So then I'll set up my little brazier and burn some incense, ritually cast divination, and ask, will we find Emma at the Golden Door Casino? That's the name of it, right? Golden Door?
Yes, the Golden Door. Setting up your brazier and performing the ritual with your divination, you hear the reply, not directly.
I'll pass that on to everyone then. I don't know what that means.
I guess she's not there, but we might find a hint about where she is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to play into Ursa's hands, but this is also the only thing we have right now. And I'm sure they're still blocking any kind of scrying. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think unfortunately we have to follow the path she's leading us on. We don't have any better ideas.
I was afraid you'd say that. Ash, Mickey, Corvus, thoughts?
The only lead we have.
Yeah, I don't have any better ideas.
Alright, so I guess we can try this whole teleportation again.
As Ash is packing up his bedroll and things like that, just want to quick use my sending stone to knock and just say, on the move, Port Nero, Golden Door Casino.
I hear that. I mean, I know it's foolish to try to go against a stealth check from Ash, but...
I'd say you would hear Ash say that, yes.
Okay, what was that about, Ash?
Before Ash can reply to Ori, he hears a reply from Nock saying, Port Nero, your group sure does get around. Try not to help our competitors too much. If you need help, you may or may not find assistance at the library.
Who are you checking in with?
I was just chatting with Nock.
About where we're going? About our plans?
Yeah, and they said if we need help, we can go to the library.
Why are we keeping the Black Rose abreast of our movements?
Because they might be able to help us.
Because they might be able to help us.
And why again would they?
Why would they help us?
Help us?
Because they thrive off chaos, and that seems to be following us around.
If it's chaos, why do they need to know where we're going? Just be more chaotic?
Well, if chaos follows us around, I think they'd want to know where we are.
What if I don't want them to know where we are?
And I guess I could choose to not tell them.
Would you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Like this.
Ash, if you're telling other people what's going our business, how can we trust you?
You can trust me because I'm going to do whatever it takes to help Emma.
Ori stirs long and hard, and is gonna say, well, maybe we'll see how any good this library help is. And we might need to revisit this conversation. But if there's any hint that the Black Rose is getting in our way, or they're trying to take advantage of the situation that we bring about, gets in the way of helping Emma, you have to throw that rock away.
Okay.
Okay.
From my time at the Golden Door, do I happen to have any chips with me from there? Anything from there?
Would you keep a memento from your shameful past?
I don't think I'd keep it as a memento, but maybe I didn't turn them all in at a time when I needed to get out quickly or something.
You do not have any chips or anything from your time there, Mickey. Unfortunately,
Like
you did not have
book?
you did not have a lot of luck with coming back with winnings leaving the Golden Door.
Are our chances of teleporting close to there better if, like, one of us has been there? Or, like, if I have been there? You know what I mean? Like, would we be better off going to, like, Beggar's Rock because I've been there? And so, like, it could at least get us that far kind of thing? Or, like, is it better to just try and get as close as possible and we'll see how good I roll kind of thing, you know?
That is entirely up to you, but Beggar's Rock is only halfway across the continent, so you probably
Being
want to
familiar
try to get there
does help.
closer. And you, Maury, have never been there. I've never been to Port Nero before, but you have heard of the casino at least.
So you'd have a description. So we'd have to get 74 or better. 74. We have a 26% chance of being on target. There's a 43% chance of total mishap.
We could go back to Anatoli and see where their teleportation circles are, and
Why could it take so
That-
long?
I could try and helm us to Anatoli.
so would we have better luck with a teleportation circle at Anatoli or at Lux?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess we know Sheth better. And if we're in Anatoli, we have less chance running into that Dean, who might try to cause us trouble if she knows we have a hint about where Emma is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess they probably have a circle to connect to Anatoli. I mean, not Anatoli, to Port Nero.
I don't know what the answer is.
If we go to Sheth, we're gonna have to update him on what's going on. Almost certainly.
Which I don't think is terrible.
No, I don't think it's terrible. I'm just saying that is something we'll have to do. But it is spreading information around, and I don't know how much I trust the Kingsman information
true.
security.
Yeah. Alright, what's everyone leaning towards?
Honestly, I have reservations, but I'm leaning Lux.
Only a 25% chance of success. I'm leaning towards Lux.
I think Lux is probably the answer.
I think we should walk.
Or that will take far too long.
I would love to walk if we weren't on a tight timeline.
I don't like all of these magic teleportations.
You and me both.
I appreciate your tolerance of them.
Ash?
I mean, I want to get there fast, but I also want to make sure we get there safe. So, if our odds are better going to Lux than asking Sheth, then that's what we should do.
Okay. Corvus, you okay with that? We all have to be willing.
Yes, I suppose.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna Helm to Helm to Lux.
Where in Lux
Yep.
would you like to try to teleport to?
I'm probably close to the armory, right?
Yeah, I think the armory. I think we've been there enough times. I feel comfortable. I feel like, yeah, like Mari would feel comfortable. Like, we've been there plenty of time. We spent time there. She knows it pretty well. That'll hopefully help.
Oh, for sure. If you're very familiar, you have a 75% chance of getting there and only a 5% chance of a mishap.
Okay.
So, good odds. Or no, you can use the circle there. We can go to the circle there with this spell, right?
You could if you memorize the actual sigil sequence, which the party has not taken the time to do yet.
Ah, never mind. Maybe we should try to memorize.
That's too bad. Let's do that this time. That is not a thing I was aware of.
But for this time, Mari, roll a d100.
I really don't want to kill us all.
You won't. It will mishap.
Oh.
You know, we're fine. It's fine. That's
Okay.
good. That's a success.
With
We're
Mari
on target.
Yes. With Mari focusing on her helm once again, everyone in the party steps through the orange teleportation portal.
Ooh, I didn't roll for it though. For how many charges we
You had all through the day before, and you only actually used it once, so you
okay.
gained back minimum of 1, so you would have been okay. But now you have 2 remaining. And with everyone in the party stepping through the orange teleportation portal and appearing right in front of the front entrance of the armory, not right in front, about 20 feet away, the 2 Kingsmen standing guard will both draw their weapons to be like, "Hey, fracture, wait.
Hey guys, just us. Just us.
Hey, it's
You
your
know us.
favorite adventuring crew. No alarm necessary.
Chance we can chat with Sheth.
Make a persuasion check, Mari, with advantage.
Because I caught him off guard. Yes.
The Kingsmen will look very confused. One of them will ask, who are you?
We're the
Mari's
Crown
gonna shut
Gall.
up.
Hello, we're the Crown Gall. We need to speak with Sheth. I'm sure he'll want to hear the news we have. If you don't mind asking him for us. If he's available.
He's kind of busy at the moment because of the whole fracture thing returning.
I mean, we are working with him on the fracture thing, so if it's not like super duper busy, if he's not currently doing something, you know.
I mean, you're sort of always doing something. That's what lawmasters
Does he
do.
have like a second in command or something that we can talk to instead then?
Perhaps we should have walked after all.
The Kingsmen will look at each other for a moment, then one of them will say, I mean, if you want to talk to Cad, I think he's here.
Great. Take whoever we can get.
If you
Okay, all of you, wait here.
Great.
One of the Kingsmen runs inside, and after about 7 minutes, he will walk back out along with a second figure.
Have we talked to Cad before?
You have not talked to Cad before. And you see Cad, he is wearing the Kingsman insignia for a captain on his left shoulder. You see he is a middle-aged man with short brown hair and a 5 o'clock shadow. He does not appear to be the happiest of sorts, at least not at the moment. But after he walks out, he'll walk up to the party and ask, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
I am
can't
going.
believe Sheth wouldn't talk about us. This hurts me.
We're the Crown Gall. I would have assumed we would have had a little bit more notoriety, but maybe not.
Oh, no, I know who you are. It's just, I was not told who you were, as he turns around and gives a glare towards the Kingsman who ran in to fetch him. The Kingsman will just say, "I'm sorry, I forgot their name they gave me."
Maybe it's too complicated. You know, it's a whole 2 words.
And we did literally pop up out of nowhere.
We did give them quite a startle, to be fair.
The other Kingsman who was standing guard at the entrance will just yell, "Yeah, what was that about anyways?"
We had to get here fast.
Oh, teleportation. Never heard of it?
Cad will look confused and say, "You mean without a circle?"
Right. Well, do you have a moment that we could update you on some things and then you can update Sheth when he has a moment to talk to you, potentially? Maybe not out in the open?
Make a persuasion check, Ori.
Ugh.
Cad will let out a sigh and say, "Yeah, follow me."
Thank you.
The party will follow Cad inside over to the guest quarters again.
Classic.
Classic Cad.
So, I don't know how much you've been updated, but we last were headed to Anatoli to try to find Ema, who was... Are you aware of the cult of Umbra?
I'm not aware of that cult, no.
Okay. Well, there's another cult who kidnapped Ema, who they're trying to use her to get shards. So we're trying to recover her. I mean, to open portals so that we can try to recover her. They can't use her powers for portals.
Slow down. Is that the name of the girl who killed the people in Anatoli?
Yep, that would be her.
Accidentally.
Allegedly.
Ash and Mari make persuasion checks.
Not my worst.
Wow.
Cad will look over towards you, Ash, and say, I don't think there's anything alleged about it, but please continue.
So, we had gone searching for her to try to recover her from the cult of Umbra to prevent them from using her for opening more fractures on purpose. But we couldn't find her. We have a new lead on where she is, but it would be better for us to use your teleportation circle. So we came here in hopes of using your teleportation circle to go track down the cult of Umbra. We were told that Sheth is too busy to talk to us, so we have come to present our case to you for the use of your circle.
Make another persuasion check, Ori.
To get to Port Narrow. Please. Hey!
Cad will ask, if you don't mind me asking, if you can already teleport, is it necessary to use one of our circles?
Well, you see, with the teleport,
fair question.
Absolutely a fair question. But you see, with the teleport, we've been to your headquarters before. We're very familiar with this place. We're not familiar with Port Narrow, so we could potentially use our teleportation, and it has a much more likely chance of sending us far off course. So we thought it'd be most efficient if we could hopefully use your teleportation circle, so we wouldn't waste time wandering the wilds outside of the port. Or something worse.
Cad will look a little bit confused for a moment and then just ask, can you really get that far off?
Pretty bad, yeah. Yeah, it can be pretty bad.
I mean, it's right on the water, so if we're off by a little bit, we might end up just in the middle of the ocean drowning.
That's true. Does Corvus still have the water-breathing ring?
Sure do.
We could end up incredibly far away from our intended destination, or even be incredibly harmed.
Cad will nod his head in understanding, and then say, well, okay, I think I understand, but because none of you are Kingsmen, I will need to go find Sheth and ask him for you. It'd probably be best if all of you stay here, as you might imagine, he's quite busy at the moment.
Of course. We understand, and we appreciate it. And Ori will get comfy in her seat.
Cad will step out of the guest quarters.
He seems like a reasonable fella.
Do you guys think they should start a frequent transportation or teleportation program here? I mean, I feel like we're using it quite a lot.
We should get some miles.
Mari, you should try to memorize those sigils when we go use the teleporter.
Yeah, I'm sure gonna try it.
Or maybe we should all try to memorize them, and if Mari doesn't get it, someone else can, teach her what they memorized. What if we all memorize do we know how many sigils are in a teleportation circle?
I would say you would know the exact number of sigils in the actual sequence, although I don't think it actually listed exactly how many there are, but yes, you would know.
Well, could we say if we each memorize 4? Or 3 of them, or whatever?
Yes.
And we put it all together?
You could definitely attempt to do that, yes.
And then it would probably be easier than one person trying to memorize all 12 or 10 or 5 or whatever of them.
Yeah.
But of course, that does mean if one person messes up, we're out of luck. So maybe we should all try to memorize all of them? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think Mari should try and memorize all of them, and then the rest of us each do half.
Okay, yeah. I like that. 2 of us do the north half, 2 of us do the south half. Mari tries to do all of them. So there's some redundancy.
Why me?
You decided to
You've got the helm.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. We can try
I'm just
this.
picking on you. The gal who wanted to be in charge of the teleportation helmet.
I didn't want to. Literally nobody stepped up. We play the tape. Somebody has to attune to it too.
Can we take a short rest?
The party can take a short rest as someone attunes to the helm.
Technically, I don't have any attunement slots left, though I could unattune to one of the dice, the charlatan die I have. It's obviously not very important to me.
I mean, I only have the boots, so I could do it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder and I will cast guidance on you and say, well,
Thank you, I'm gonna need it. With my +1 intelligence, which is a nice stable one to be in.
Well, that wasn't really that smart, to be fair.
Not our core talents.
Not at all.
After about 15 minutes, Cad will return to the guest quarters and say, I have updated Sheth. He has given you permission to use the teleportation circle to get to Port Narrow.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that.
A relief. That
Pass
sounded
along
snippy,
our
but it was
sincerest
legit.
thanks to Sheth as well. Wait, but no rush, obviously, when there's a moment.
I will do that. Now, follow me. With that, Cad leads the party to the lower level, the lower floor in the armory.
Yeah.
He leads the party through a different hallway than before. And he leads them to a different door with two Kingsmen standing on either side. Both of them give Cad a salute. And after Cad salutes back, Cad will open up the door. And inside the small room, which has been opened, is a teleportation circle on the floor.
Alright, everyone memorize your sigils. I don't say that out loud. That's out of character. Just so you know.
I got it, Mari.
Let's do this.
Who's memorizing which part of the circle?
I think me and Mickey are memorizing like the north half. Ash and Corvus are memorizing the south half. Mari's trying to memorize the whole thing.
Yep.
So after everyone steps into the room and stands right next to the teleportation circle, Cad will wait about 7 seconds and ask, is there a problem?
I mean, how much time do we have to take to try to memorize them?
Are you asking the dungeon master?
Yeah, I'm asking you, Jacob.
You don't know how much time Cad is going to give you.
But, like, okay. But,
Listen, we're just trying to like
can we not
work up
memorize
our-
it in 7 seconds? How complicated are the sigils?
It would take one person a minute to memorize the circle.
Okay.
But as you were saying, Mari,
I'm just saying to Cad or the guards or whoever, just, you know, we're just trying to like, we don't know what we're like teleporting into, like what the situation there is, and we're just trying to like, you know, gear ourselves up, just trying to get excited about it.
Oh, Ari's gonna vamp. Ori is no longer memorizing. She's gonna vamp. Do you know anything about the situation in Port Nero currently?
okay. Let's have Mari and Ori make deception checks.
Uh-oh.
I'm not using my guidance on this one.
I don't think you can choose.
It says you can choose.
Oh, you can? Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
You can use guidance after you make the roll, Mari.
Use it, because I can get you again.
12.
Cad will just say, no, I do not know the exact situation in Port Nero. Now, if you wouldn't mind,
So,
I have
Can you
other
give us a
places
moment?
need to go.
can you give us a moment? I need to give a religious blessing
Oh.
to protect us on our passage.
Make a deception check, Mickey, with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Because
You
Ori
question a
and
holy
Mori
man?
Ori and
We
Mori are
failed so
not
horribly.
Ori and Mori are not being convincing, and with Mickey double downing on the stall, this is disadvantage.
Uh-oh, not good. Okay, let's go. Okay, we should go.
All right, I step into the circle.
I'm going to circle.
With Cad not looking like he's convinced at all, Mori just decides to step into the teleportation circle anyways. And
Yep, here we go.
quickly, the rest of the party follows.
Thanks, Cad. We're ready.
Thank you, have a good day.
Let's have everyone make intelligence checks.
Oh boy. Oh, holy smokes!
This is going so well.
Thanks for good television.
I mean, you say you're not smart, Mari, but you are the second smartest person among us.
Color me not surprised that it was you that critted.
So Mari was able to learn half of the sigil sequence, and Ori was also able to learn half of the sigil sequence. You'll have to wait until a later time to figure out if the two halves you learned will actually form a full working circle.
I like it. I think that's very generous, Jacob.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Love that. Oh, what a time we're having.
And the party appears inside a similar small room. The door to the room opens up, and the party sees two Kingsmen. When they see the party in the room, one of them will roll their eyes and say, "Come on, let's go."
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
As the party is led through the halls in this building, the party steps out into the open air. And they step outside, they realize the armory here in Port Nero is within a small, walled-off enclosure with guard walls set up in a square around the building. The party are escorted to the front gate to the enclosure around the armory. After stepping through the walls, the party find themselves standing in the middle of an unfamiliar city.
Oh, wow. Well, wait, so does anyone actually know where the Golden Door Casino is?
Let's have everyone make a perception check.
I should.
You say that you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those
Oh, so you have
rolls.
been there before?
A long time
As
ago.
everyone looks around, everyone except for Mari can actually see a large white stone building off in the distance from where you're standing. Mickey would quickly recognize it as the Golden Door Casino.
Seems kind of bold to put a casino right by the armory. Well, I don't know.
Mickey, make a history check.
12.
Mickey does not know the thing he could have potentially known. So I can't really
Dang.
say anything else without spoiling what it was.
That's alright. Mari is focusing so hard on keeping those sigils in her brain.
We've got paper, right? Can we quickly draw down what we know of the sigils?
Yes, you can.
Do we have a full circle?
It appears that the two halves, overlapped a bit, so you don't
Dang.
know the full sequence.
Ah,
I mean, that's okay. That's pretty good.
this is good progress. We'll probably end up using it again.
And we
so-
might have more time if we go back there. Like if that's the destination.
Ooh, if we go back
Oh.
to the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like if we
Ooh.
teleport back there.
Are the sigils the same as the destination? Like, are the sigils we saw on the ground in Lux the same as the ones on the ground that we just landed on?
This is a great question.
Probably not.
Because I think it would be more important to know the Port Nero ones, since we seem to be able to teleport to Lux pretty freely.
yeah,
let
but
me-
it's still guaranteed.
Let me double check the text on Teleportation Circle, because it does have a couple paragraphs.
What, did you suddenly raise your int score by half a dozen or something?
Just want to make sure we
Something
get the
for
right
that.
one. Because if we memorize the
Yeah.
teleportation circle in Lux, it's like, okay, so we can get to Lux 100% of the time. I feel pretty safe teleporting there currently.
Well, we could try to collect items
Fine.
too. If we collect a relevant item,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we should be fine.
I'd
Well,
say,
I mean, the item's only good for a few months, I think. But
yeah, I'd say the circle you step out of is the same one as the one you entered in.
Okay.
Oh.
Were we kicked out of the room before we would have had a chance to get down the sigils in the place where we landed?
Yes, you were. With your high passive insight, Mickey, you would have realized that the Kingsmen who were standing guard outside the sigil room here in Port Nero appeared pretty perturbed that none of you are actually Kingsmen, and you're using the teleportation circles.
Fair
This is
enough
why
of
we-
some business.
Yeah, this is why we need that, like, frequent teleportation circle card or something. So then they're just like, oh, okay, it's just you guys.
Get our gold pass to the lounge.
They're all so uptight about the teleportation circle.
really, truly. Those
I mean, we've got the ear of the king, but, they question everything we do.
Yep.
All right, off to the casino.
Let's Let's
How long
roll
does
some
aid
dice.
last for? I'm assuming aid is not still.
Aid lasts for 8 hours, right?
8 hours? Yeah.
So you would still actually have aid for another, let's say, 7 hours.
Wow.
Wow, okay. So that's plus 5? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. 78 hit points.
As the party walks up to the 20-foot tall white stone building, the party sees it has a very curious, roughly rectangular shape. There are several support columns attached to the outer walls, which give it a somewhat ribbed look to it. And as the party is walking up, the party does see 2 tall double doors which appear to have been gilded, which is likely where the name the Golden Door came from.
Ah.
I think this place is called the Golden Door Casino because the door is gold.
Good thought. Are we just gonna barge in as us, or like, should we like have a game plan or anything?
If I've been here before, I'd just walk in.
Okay. Really just wanted a chance to put on that gorgeous green suit again, but.
Yeah.
What do I know about the casino? Will we be very much standing out, or should we get our fancy duds on?
Mickey would know that wearing adventuring gear, you would likely stand out. You would also know security is pretty high, so you probably won't be able to bring in weapons, at least not any obvious weapons.
I will dismiss my rapier.
Do they have like a coat check for swords?
Mickey, make a history check, Mickey. Mickey does not remember because he did not actually have any weapons on the time he came to the Golden Door before.
Well, I mean, we can go in and try, and then if they say, no, you can't bring this in here, we'll have to go find somewhere to stash it, because I'm not just, like, leaving my sword outside.
Alright, the party's gonna just walk in then?
I'm gonna stash a dagger in my boot quick, just in case they, like, take everything right away. But then, yeah, I think we walk in.
The party enters in through the large double doors, and inside the front lobby area, the party sees there are 2 knights who are wearing black and gold surcoats, and while those are definitely not the typical blue and white colors of Kingsmen, both of them still have the blue and white Kingsman insignia on the shoulders of their armor. But after the party steps in, the Kingsmen will look over the party a little surprised, and one of them will say, "Yeah, you can't come in here armed. We'll have to take your weapons till you leave."
Well, understandable. That's what I thought this entry was for. It was a weapons check, and I will gladly hand over my weapons.
Say weapons again.
Weapons.
With the party handing over their weapons apart from Ori's rapier, which is stowed away, and some random demiplane, and Mari, except for dagger. Corvus has quite a few weapons, so one of the Kingsmen will just yell, "Hey, Gem!" And another Kingsman steps out from behind a swinging door in the back of the lobby. He will look at all the weapons and say, Kings will say, "Oh, just shut up and bring them back to the check area. Sure."
Before I hand him my glaive, I'll say, "Take good care of this one. It's my favorite."
Aww.
The Kingsman, who is apparently called Jim, will just say, okay. A little confused by why you would need so many weapons when coming to a casino. But Jim will step back through the swinging door. And after a moment, one of the other Kingsmen will just say, "Well, you can enter." The party sees there is another set of golden double doors on the other side of the entry room.
Great, thank you.
And with the party stepping into the casino, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Mickey, you have a staff, right? You get to keep that, right? That's part of the thing.
That's my walking stick.
Yeah. You wouldn't part an old man from his walking stick, would you?
Actually, mentioning that, the Kingsman at the front gate would have definitely told you you would not be able to bring your staff in with you, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't
Jerk.
get people with it anyway, so.
Hey, don't blame me, blame Joe. He was the one who wanted the orange dragon-esque staff with him. That's not, like, indescript at all.
It is pretty
Ceremonial.
ostentatious.
Yes, that's the word, ostentatious.
Great word.
Thank you.
With Mickey reluctantly giving up his staff, the party enters into the Golden Door Casino,
Oh, lordy.
Wow.
The party sees the 18-foot-tall high room is packed with people. The room itself is brightly lit by several permanent dancing lights that are slowly spinning around in a spiral up on the ceiling. Over on one side, the party sees there are several private booths, all of which appear to be used. Over on the far opposite side, the party sees two elves who appear to be twins, or at least related, who are bartending behind the bar. In the center, there are several tables with a few different games. And rising up above the din of all the different people, the party hears the faint sound of music, although they don't actually see where the music is being played from.
Is it a singer or instrument or both?
It's just a couple different instruments.
Is there any golden doors?
Make a perception check, Ori. Looking around, the only golden door you see is the one you just stepped through.
From what I know of the building, is there a place where if you were trying to hide someone or hide a hiding spot where that place would be within the building?
Mickey would know there is a level below this level, which you can get to over on the opposite side of where you are. The party does see 3 large chandeliers which appear to be hanging over the lower level, and there are 2 staircases leading down that way too. As for where to hide someone in here, you assume in one of the back rooms, but you've never actually been in any of the back rooms, so you do not know exactly.
I think we just do like a nonchalant loop. Just to like keep our eyes open, see what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think like standing bunched up at the door is the move.
Oh, no. I guess if no one's taking the lead, Ori's instinct would be to go to the bar. Is anyone else taking the lead?
Yeah, I was thinking of going to the bar as well, because I've got something I want to try, I guess.
I'll meet you there. I'm gonna do a loop.
This place is packed.
Okay, Mari,
I'll
make up.
walk with Mari then.
Let's have Mari and Mickey make perception checks.
My eyes are open. Thank goodness you came with me.
With all the noise
So that
and all the
25
people,
is because I've got my shield. Did they take my shield?
they would have taken your shield too, yes.
Oh, 15.
But then
Well,
it's
15's still good.
Mari is having a hard time figuring out what exactly is going on, as this is her first time in a casino. However, Mickey would be able to... Oh, where's Corvus going during this?
I'm just gonna follow Ash because I don't know what I'm doing.
So while Mari is having a hard time finding anything of note, Mickey would notice there are 3 different games being played here in the casino. One of them is roulette, which has a wheel of 21 numbers. The second game is Fortune's Favor, which is the dice game which the party has played with Mickey before. And the third game is Gambit, which is a card game the party played with the crew of the Isle Runner.
I'll lead Mari and we'll check out the downstairs.
As Mari and Mickey walk downstairs, the bartenders over behind the bar will walk over towards the rest of the party and ask, "Need a drink?"
Yeah,
You
I'll
got
take.
any mead?
Yeah, I'll take 2. 1 for me and 1 for my friend back here.
4 silver for a drink. And we definitely got mead, which you'll love.
Perfect. You know, I think I'm expected by someone, and I'm wondering if anyone would have left a message at the bar. Is that a possibility?
I mean, no one told me to leave a message. What about you, Denny? No one told me.
Never mind then. Thank you for the drink.
No problem.
I'm
Yes,
just going.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
I
you-
was just
you
gonna
can go.
say, I want to put 5 gold pieces on the counter, and also set down the crescent moon necklace
Oh boy.
that I took. And I'm just gonna just tell the bartender that, hey, I'm looking for someone. I'm wondering if you can help me find them.
The bartender, whose name is apparently Denny, will quickly grab the 5 gold, then after handing you the drink, lean down on the counter, resting on one elbow, and ask, "Do you give me a little bit more? A lot of people come through here."
Looking for someone that has a necklace like this, or maybe a tattoo.
What about a bracelet?
That would work.
Well, if you wait, I don't know, maybe half an hour longer, the other set of twins who work here will be performing their magic show down the stage in the lower level.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Ori does tip 2 silver, by the way.
Then I'll hand Corvus's drink, and then I'll walk over to Ori and basically tell her that there's going to be a magic show or something in 30 minutes downstairs. There might be someone there with a crescent moon bracelet.
You'll probably stick around. Wouldn't want to miss it.
The bartender in front of you, Ori, will give you a wink of thanks after the tip and will say, "Oh, the twins are definitely put on a show. You don't want to miss it."
How long have they been working here?
7 months?
Interesting. With such high praise, we will certainly be sure to catch the show. Thank you.
While this is going on, Mari and Mickey walk down the stairs to the lower level, and as they get to the top of the stairs, the party hears singing from down below, but they're not quite able to recognize the voice. However, as they walk down the stairs to the lower level, they suddenly realize that they do indeed recognize the person who is singing, because they see on stage a half-elven bard with long blonde hair pulled back in a purple headband. He's wearing these fine purple clothes underneath this very fine and fancy looking blue coat with gold trim. He's playing a lute and singing out loud. And as Mari and Mickey walk down the stairs, the party see the bard who introduced himself to the party many months ago now at this point. He looks over towards you, Mari, and gives a wink your way without stopping the song.
Ugh. I throw up in my mouth a little. Is he singing about us?
At the moment, no.
Good.
So if I am... Have I ever met Ursa?
You have not, no.
I have the spell. So I'm wondering if I should try and see if Emma's here or one of the the kidnapper. She looked like Ori though.
Is that a guard back in the corner? Yeah.
Sitting right here? Yes, it is. It appears that you see the guard sitting there appears to be standing in a small doorway between this area in front of the stage and the back area.
So it is a doorway he's in front of. He's not just like stationed in the room randomly.
Yes, there is. There's no actual door, but the door frame and arch is there, which he's just standing in. And as Mickey walks around to the back, Mickey takes a couple steps forward and it suddenly hears the loud noise of people cheering and yelling, which he did not hear before, as there appeared to have been some sort of magical silencing effect. So people up front listening to music could not hear the sounds of people yelling and cheering on the fighting going on in a cage. There's a Githyanki man and a Dwarven man who appear to be fighting fist to fist inside a 15-foot cage on top of a small stage.
As I catch up to Mickey, I go, "We can't tell Corvus this is here."
Sorry, like these private booths, are they all closed or is
yes, looking around, it appears that the private booths all have gold and black curtains, which are all currently closed. But you also see the area right next to you, which does not have a curtain off, appears to be the downstairs bath and chamber pot area.
And as I come around this corner, I can see this other guard. And then can I tell that, like, this guy was just blocking through to this hallway? Or is there something...
Yeah. Make a perception check.
And do I hear anything down at this door?
Make a perception check as well, Mickey. So, Mari, you do notice there are two people who appear to be wearing gold vests over white tunics, and they're also wearing black trousers. You did see a couple people up on the top floor wearing the same outfit. You think they're people who work here at the casino, probably just taking bets for the fight, but you're not really quite sure of anything else of note. With Mickey, as you're listening in behind that door, you do not hear anything.
Is it locked?
It is locked, yes.
And I'll step in the bath. I'll cast Locate Creature looking for Emma.
Casting Locate Creature, you focus in on her and you do not sense her.
I'll walk around the building so I'm within like 1,000 feet of all of the building. Anything?
As you're walking around, you do not hear her still, no. It's around this time when the rest of the party decide to walk down the stairs towards the lower floor. And as everyone is stepping down, everyone, unfortunately, especially in Ori's case, see Amare Kanti instantly recognize all of you as you're walking down the stairs.
Oh dear. I am not making eye contact.
Do you want to get a table or what?
When I see them coming down the stairs, I go up and I grab Ori's hand.
Yes!
Where's the party going to try to find a table, out here or in back?
Is there any way I could,
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't think we want to listen to this guy for,
half
the
an hour?
next half hour.
No.
So maybe in the back.
Hack.
As the party is deciding where to go, Amy, as he introduced himself, finishes the song with a somewhat half-hearted round of applause from the people in the audience listening to him. He will say, "This next song is dedicated to, well, you know who you are." And he begins singing a song which the party apparently know as the Bard and the Crown Gall.
Yeah, we can't be seen here.
We
We have to go.
I pull Ori and we start marching away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand there and listen to him.
Corvus, come on.
What? I don't know who this guy is.
Fine. Or would rather get away than like stand and argue with Corvus about it.
Corvus stays and listens to the song. It is a long, epic ballad talking about how Amy was hiking through the forest, having just valiantly killed off a pack of displacer beasts, when he stumbled across an adventuring party who were fighting a giant swarm of giant snakes. And while it looked like these snakes might have been too much for the party, Amy provided his powerful divine bardic inspiration, and with his leadership and help, was able to help the Crown Gall slay every last snake there in the forest before having a wonderful rotisserie snake dinner.
When the song is over, Corvus will applaud loudly.
Oh no.
Amy will give a bow and send a quick smile over your way, Corvus, before he continues on with his next song.
I'm just gonna stand there and listen to him unless someone pulls me away.
I don't want to get in his line of sight again.
I go back and I go, "Hey Corvus, there's a fighting pit back here."
But I wanted to listen to the songs.
What?
This is
I'll
so much
reluctantly follow.
Corvus doesn't want to go to the fighting pit? He'd rather listen to music? Who is this? Are you really Corvus?
Insight check.
Insight check.
He was singing songs of our great deeds that we allegedly did. Why would you not want to hear this?
He was singing about his own great deeds and underplaying ours.
And
He was
they're all
giving himself
false.
all the credit.
He ran away scared, like a crybaby. We're the ones that defeated the displacer beasts and snakes.
That's not
He
what the
just-
song said.
He's trying to make
lying.
himself seem more brave than he really is.
You should cast Zone of Truth on him, Mickey.
Corvus, make an insight. Wait. Corvus, make an insight check. Ash, make a persuasion check. Corvus, you're not entirely sure who's telling the truth here.
I don't understand. Why would he lie about his deeds?
That's why he got hired. And he gets paid money to sing songs.
Then I must confront him for being a liar.
What if you look at the fighting pit for a bit? It's probably not worth making a big fuss out about it.
We kind of need to keep a low profile here. I don't think fighting him is a good idea.
Well, please let me know if you change your mind.
Someday there will be a time for you to fight him.
And
Yeah, that's probably true.
I will cheer you on gladly.
Just not tonight.
And as the party is talking about keeping a low profile, the party suddenly sees exiting out from underneath a crack in the door right next to them is a strange mist. And as it wanders over right into Corvus' space, Everyone needs to roll for initiative.
What the heck?
Oof. We're just trying to enjoy a night out.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm actually 4.
Bummer.
Yeah, I don't have my shield and I don't have my sword.
But you might have a dagger in your boot.
I definitely have a dagger in my boot.
So as the mist enters Corvus' space, Corvus, I need you to make a con save.
Oh boy.
Wow,
Plus
that's
3.
not good.
14.
While Corvus does struggle, preventing himself from being poisoned by this strange mist and gas that suddenly appeared, with the help of Mari's aura, you do avoid being poisoned. And it is now your turn.
Well, if I'm still holding that mug that Ash handed it to me, I want to try and swing the mug at the gas, since I have proficiency with improvised weapons.
Yes, you do. Make your attack roll then.
Would that just be a strength roll then? I don't know if I've made a...
You can just do athletics. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, you can just do athletics.
13?
As you grab the mug and try to swing at the strange mist, you see the mist seems to part everywhere you swing the mug, and it avoids being hit.
My second attack. 17?
With your second swing, you are able to make contact with the mist. It appears to be immune to the damage caused by the mug.
Get away from me, foul odor. And I'll end my turn.
With the 4 people at the booth right next to you, Corvus, looking over at you, wondering what's going on, it is now Ash's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of jump up over the table and use my movement, and I'll cunning action dash if I need to, if we count that. The table is difficult terrain or anything. And I just want to get up next to the guard guy over here and say, hey, there's like a mist attacking my friend over there.
Make a persuasion check, Ash. The Kingsman will look over and give a very confused look and say, what is that?
It's a cloud of mist. It's attacking. I don't know.
The Kingsman looks confused and may or may not do something on his turn at the end of the round. But that would be your action to make the persuasion check.
Yep, that was all I wanted to do, so.
Okay, before Mari can react, everyone watches and sees as the mist suddenly grows in size. And as it does, it takes on a 8-legged shape before it suddenly turns into that of a giant spider.
Oh!
And the giant spider will make 2 attacks at you, Corvus.
Man.
Oh, 19 hits.
So Corvus takes 7 piercing damage and 26 poison damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
With the second attack, look for 5 piercing and 24 poison damage.
Holy smoke.
As the 2 bites seep poison deep within Corvus's bloodstream. With those 2 ferocious attacks, it is now Mari's turn.
I take out my dagger. And I'm gonna cast Thunder Smite and see if I can hit it with the dagger and push it away. Okay.
Oh, that's loud.
I know, there goes the...
But good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call.
There was some magical sound stuff going on down here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit it with my dagger.
You got it.
Oof.
11.
11 misses, unfortunately. As you go for one of its legs, it pulls its leg back just before it gets hit.
And then I'm gonna try and hit it again. 27.
That one will hit.
Perfect. So then 2d6 thunder damage on top of that.
Nice.
19
Nice.
total, and then it needs a DC 15
Boom, boom.
strength saving throw. It's probably pretty strong, but still.
We'll see.
You also find it does have resistance to the magical effects of your spell.
To thunder!
Silvery barbs? Dang it. I'm giving myself advantage.
The loud, thunderous boom still goes off, and everyone standing in the back area suddenly stops and looks in fear at the fight that's going on.
That's my turn.
So now we go to Ori.
Okay, bonus action, Misty Step here. And then I'm gonna cast, Eldritch Blast.
You get advantage on this one. See if you
Oh,
crit.
right. I'll just...
No crit, but that's still a hit.
Alright, second beam. 16?
That will also hit.
Yay. 22 damage. And that'll be all.
With Ori Misty stepping away to give herself some distance between her and the spider, she's able to quickly fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, which go right between Corvus and Mari to hit the spider. So now we go to Mickey.
As a bonus action, I'll bless the, it's at second level, so I bless the 4 people in our party. I'll have Corvus punch the thing again. Because Mari, you have a reaction that you can use to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
17?
17 will hit.
So is that
It'd be,
1d4 plus my strength modifier?
yes, 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
So 7 bludgeoning, and then the radiant damage is 1d6 plus half of my barbarian level, so 8 radiant damage. Oh wait, no, that only applies on my turn. I'm sorry. What am I thinking? No, just 7 bludgeoning damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
While Corvus is blessed, he realizes that this creature appears to be resistant to the blunt bludgeoning damage of the mug you're using to attack it.
And then I'll call down the Sacred Flames again.
And as the falling radiant flames fall down right on top of it, it is easily able to dodge and avoid taking any damage from its spell.
And then I'm done.
At the end of your turn, with everyone in the back, now seeing what's going on, everyone will make a mad dash, trampling over the Kingsman in this small area between the two, and begin running out.
Nobody panic!
It appears everyone is panicking, except for the people in the private booths, because they don't know what's going on. It also appears the people in the pit who were fighting, or the people in the cage who were fighting, are trying to get someone to unlock them out of the cage, but it appears no one's paying any attention to them at the moment. And with chaos slowly starting, it is now Corvus's turn.
Yeah, that bludgeoning damage isn't doing so great, is it? All right. Then I'll just make a regular attack on it, because I don't feel like I should give it advantage. Yeah, just a regular attack with my mug.
That hits.
So for 5 bludgeoning and 6 radiant, and then I will attempt to grapple it. No, bonus action rage, and then attempt to grapple it. So 22 on the grapple.
Corvus does what he did before earlier in the day and grabs onto one of the legs of this giant spider. It pulls back with a great strength, which you have not seen in a lot of your previous opponents, but you're still able to keep hold of it.
That's it for me.
Okay, that will take us back to Ash.
Okay, I'm just gonna run up, and I'm also going to try to grapple it, I suppose. I'll grab another leg.
All right, make your athletics check.
This is great. Yes!
Even though Ash was not able to get a great hold on the giant spider, it still was unable to avoid being grabbed by you.
And then I'm just gonna say, somebody hit this thing! And that's it for me.
So, the giant spider, it turns its attention away from you for the moment, Ash, and towards the rest of the party. And as it does, it suddenly shoots out a giant mass of thick, sticky white webbing.
Should have left Mari's aura. I'm a fool.
So that means everyone except for Ash needs to make... Oh, sorry. You'll need to make dex saves at the start of your turn.
Ah.
So after that happens, Mari, make a dex save.
12.
12 is not enough, so you are restrained.
Cool. Does that mean I can't try and hit it?
Your attacks will be made at disadvantage, otherwise you can use an action to try to break out of the spell. Or break out of the webbing.
I have another question. So we've noticed that like non-magical or like does radiant damage does a lot of damage to it? Like we noticed that like regular just like hitting it with things isn't doing much.
Yeah, it probably needs to be magical.
Yeah, you did notice that your smite did appear to deal its normal damage to it.
It's probably not like particularly sensitive to any kind of magical damage, but as long as it's magical, it'll probably do the full amount.
Okay.
I guess.
I think I might. Is Corvus's mug technically a weapon attack?
It is, yes.
It is.
An unarmed strike, for the purposes of this, would also technically be a weapon attack.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Crusader's Mantle because it'll hit all of us, and then we all deal an extra d4 radiant damage when we hit with a weapon attack.
That's sick.
So I'm gonna use my action for that rather than trying to break out at the moment, and hopefully set everybody else up for some success. And then that's my turn.
With Mari casting Crusader's Mantle for the first time, everyone feels they're empowered by the aura that has expanded around Mari. So, Ori, make a dex save.
Oof.
Plus 1d4.
Plus 1d4? Oh. I don't think 11 is the same.
Oh wait,
I did not. Am I blessed?
Yes.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Mari would have potentially...
Nope.
The DC was 14, so even while blessed, you still have been restrained. Ori is also restrained.
I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step here. Come right back. And I guess with my action, I'm gonna recall my rapier to my hand. Oh, should I get my rapier out? Urgh. Maybe. Can I change my mind? Can I Misty Step here?
Sure.
And Eldritch Blast it for my action. 17.
17 will hit.
Nice.
Plus a d4. Oh no.
Well, that's not a
Not
weapon attack. That's why I thought about bringing out my rapier, but it's like...
Yeah.
With Ori cleverly misty stepping outside of the giant mass of webbing, she's able to fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts against the giant spider, which was not expecting Ori to teleport back out. Anything else for turn, Ori?
No movement. Well, take a step back. Can I stand there?
I'll say yes. With Ori moving back, Mickey, make a dex save.
15.
15 is enough, so you are not restrained. However, the webbing is difficult terrain.
Jump up on the table and I'll call down the flames again. And I'm done.
For being such a large spider, it is surprisingly dexterous and easily able to avoid your sacred flames once again. Corvus, make a dex save. Corvus
Easy
is also
peasy.
not restrained.
Alright, I'm gonna make 2 weapon attacks against it then.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 reckless attacks. I'm gonna smash this thing.
I did add an improvised weapon roll to your character sheet also.
Awesome, thank you.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
That's 2d4, then extra, right?
Oh, I forgot to add 4d4.
Ooh, a mug.
Mug!
And that includes the Crusader's Mantle.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
That's 2 with the d4. Cool.
So it looks like 24 radiant and then 11 bludgeoning.
Amazing.
I'm gonna do the same thing again. See if I can get another crit off.
Yeah.
Nope.
Almost.
So close.
And then 5 bludgeoning and 3 radiant.
Nice. What a turn.
Powerful.
With Corvus avoiding himself getting restrained by the webbing, he stays where he is, right on the edge of it, and just lashes out and bonks the head of the spider twice with this random mug he grabbed inside this casino, which is radiating and pulsing with radiant energy from both him and Mari. With Corvus mean mugging the spider, it is now Ash's turn.
All right.
I
guess
see what you did there. Mean mugging.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to unarmed strike it. What is that? Just like a strength check?
Strength plus proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Oh!
18 plus 4, 22.
That will hit, yes. So the damage is 1 plus your strength mod, so 3 damage plus 1d4.
You're doing radiant damage.
Yep, radiant damage. And then I guess I'll try to punch it again. Yeah. 15 plus bless, 17.
17 will also hit.
Okay, for another 3 plus 4 radiant.
Chipping away. Boys and girls, chipping away.
After Corvus's surprising mega attacks did become bloodied, as the party sees it's not bleeding like most normal spiders. It has this weird, thick, and grotesque almost black blood that is dripping out of its wounds. With even more people trying to run and exit out of all the booths and try to run upstairs, it is now the spider's turn again. Not liking what's happening, it's going to make 1 attack at Corvus, 1 attack at Ash. So, first at you, Corvus.
Gotta be with advantage because I did a reckless. Ugh, shouldn't have said anything.
Can I sentinel?
Yes, you can.
How you doing, Corvus?
After Corvus takes 8 points of piercing damage and 22 points of poison damage, Mari is able to get in a surprise reaction attack.
Oh.
No, I am not.
Unfortunately for her, she whiffs on her dagger, thanks to her being restrained by the webbing. So with the second attack, it will go after Ash.
Yep.
That attack will hit for 6 piercing and 20 poison damage.
Let me know if I should be silvery barred in the next hit on you.
That poison, yikes.
Well, I'm at 23, so I'm still okay.
I rolled 2 1s.
Rolls eyes.
Oh god. I rolled 2 6s.
And after that miss, it is Mari's turn again.
I know I'm restrained and I should probably try and get out, but that takes my whole action, so I'm gonna
Do you
just
not
try and
get
get
another? Do you not get a free save at all, or does it have to be an action from now on?
Oh yeah, do I get a free save again? Or a free...
It will take an action to escape.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it.
Hey, come on.
Blessed.
You need a
What?
4.
Yeah.
Why do I say stuff like that?
I don't know, but I love you for
Every time I
it.
say the number you need, you roll that exact number.
So that's 5.
Yeah!
4 radiant. And then
Smite,
we're gonna...
smite, smite, smite,
Just so you know, this is a fiend, which you would realize with this divine smite.
Beautiful. So yeah, then I'm gonna smite it. Let's see here. 2nd level. For another 14 radiant. And then I'm gonna try and hit it again. Cool. So then 1 radiant, and then we'll smite it again. Use my last 3rd level. 27.
So, how would Mori like to do this?
I don't know. I think I'd go for, because I'm held in the stuff, so I'm not like super close. So like whatever I'm close to, I just drive that dagger like so deep, like just arm fully in, like so gross.
Nice.
Traded to be Corvus.
Just till I hit whatever kind of organ or bone I hit first.
Mari, being angry at this entire encounter and situation, just thrusts her dagger forward, which sinks in deep into the spider, so much so that her entire forearm also gets pushed inside the spider. As the spider lets out a weird, almost gurgling like noise of pain, Mari suddenly sees why her arm got pushed inside the spider. It was because it is not actually a spider, but it was some kind of fiend that was only disguising itself as a spider. And as the spider falls down on the ground, it melts out of its spider form and into its true form, which is this gross-looking, almost yellow-like taffy-like monster.
What the heck?
Is it also dead?
Don't worry, it is dead. However, it's
Ugh.
even as it's lying there, its single eye just seems to roll and look at you before it stops. Before it stops moving altogether and slowly melts into a puddle.
So I'll quickly open this door. That's where it came from, right?
That is where it came from. Yes. Give me 1 second.
Ori, clean up my arm.
Oh, of course.
Ori.
While Ori quickly prestidigitations Mari's arm, Mickey enters into the room in back. It appears to be a break room of some kind, with a staircase leading up to the first level.
And I'm gonna quick lay on hands on Corvus for 20.
Can I see where it might have come from? Is there like a trail of orange slimy slime?
Make an investigation check.
19.
Looking around, you do not actually see a trail of slime. Probably because it was a mist from wherever it came from.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the most important question. Does the bard think everybody is running away from him because his music is so terrible?
Actually, as you look over, it appears that for the moment, all of you are the only people who are actually here. Everyone else who is down this first level appears to have run up in a giant stampede.
And to think we probably would have killed this thing so much faster if Amy had stuck around.
Who else is hurt?
I'm hurt. I'm under half.
Or did you say you're also hurt?
I'm good, sorry. I said I'm fine.
I'll lay on hands for 10. Ash.
I'll get me over half at least.
What about this door? Do I hear anything behind it?
Make a perception check. You do not hear anything behind it, no.
And is it locked?
It is unlocked, and opening up the door, it appears to be the back private VIP room.
Any sign that the mist would have been in here, or the demon?
Or make an investigation check. As the party suddenly sees 3 Kingsmen run down from the top floor, asking, "What's going on?" Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
No
We were
idea.
attacked. Like this mist came out from under the
This is
door.
your
and
place. I'm not
Isn't
there.
it your job to make sure things like this don't happen?
I mean, they don't really pay us to deal with whatever that is. We're just sort of here to make sure people don't steal from others.
We're
Or
not
cheat.
paid it all, bub.
Look around, Mickey. You do not see any signs of the weird mist.
Okay. And then the stairs over here lead, like, up to the back room, or do they lead down to a...
You're not quite sure,
least-
because when the Kingsmen will walk into the VIP room and ask, "What are you two doing in here? You need to get out."
This is where the demon came from. We're trying to figure out if there's any more of them left.
Make a
Like,
persuasion
taking
check.
anyone.
Make a persuasion check, Mickey.
I'm persuasion. Of course.
Yeah, well, investigate and figure
Well,
out not here.
I have inspiration. I'm gonna use that. 18.
Even though the first Kingsman is still consistent on you leaving, the other Kingsman will just say, "Oh, just relax, okay? There's clearly no threat anymore." How do you know? They said it was a mist, right? You said it was a mist, right? And it turned into
It
that
was.
thing?
Yeah,
Well,
it
how do you
started
know
as a
there's not
mist.
more mist down here?
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, but if you guys want to handle it, we can leave you to it.
The Kings will just look at each other and just be like, "Well, as long as you don't steal anything, I mean, I guess it may not
Just
hurt
roll my
for you
eyes.
to look around." One of the
So I
Kingsmen
bless-
will follow you up the stairs, Mickey. And as you
Okay.
walk up the stairs, you are led into the back pantry and kitchen area. You see there are 3 dwarven cooks, along with a couple servers, one a halfling woman, the other a dwarven woman, who are all wondering what's going on.
Has the door opened recently? Has anybody come in through the door?
When the servers will say, "I mean, we go down that way to bring drinks and stuff down, so I mean, yeah, where people go down that stairs a lot. What happened down there?"
Like within the past 5 minutes or so, has anybody come in, gone down?
No,
Whereas-
they're just a few people who ran up.
No.
Can I do a divine sense?
Yes, you can. The range on that was that 60 feet, not behind cover?
It is 60 feet now behind total cover.
Okay, using Divine Sense, you do not sense any fiend or undead or celestial around you.
Doesn't seem like Emma's up here.
Oh.
Locate creatures concentration, right?
Yeah, I had to drop
With you
that
casting
to
Bless, it would have no longer you no longer have a locate creature up.
Yep.
But make a perception check, Mickey.
15.
You don't see Emma anywhere. I mean, theoretically, you don't really think they'd be able to hide her anywhere in the pantry or the kitchen.
Yeah.
Possibly in the broom closet, but currently there's just a very confused-looking elderly elven gentleman who appears to be wearing a gray janitor's outfit that looks really confused by what's going on. He will grab a broom and be like, "Do you need help fighting off whatever's invading the place?"
Oh, thank you for asking. Literally nobody else in this entire building helped.
That's what they pay me for.
They don't pay enough. But I think we took care of it for now.
The janitor says, "See, that's what I've been saying for years," at which point everyone in the kitchen, all the workers will just roll their eyes.
I'll head back down to the basement then with the other folks. Unless, Mari, do you want to do more searching up here?
Nope, I'm just following you.
It's at this point there are more Kingsmen who come in through the side door. And they'll ask you, Mickey, and you, Mari, "Do you two witness what happened?"
We did.
Alright, we have some questions. You want to walk down with us to where it happened so you can tell us what exactly happened?
Yeah, we're heading back.
With now even more Kingsmen down here, one of them will pull out a small piece of parchment and a piece of charcoal and ask, "Alright, so, just take it slow, tell us what happened."
We were sitting here at this booth, minding our own business. A couple of us were enjoying a drink, and all of a sudden some foggy mist came out from, we think, behind that door. I point to the door, and started attacking us, and then turned into that giant spider thing.
I'm sorry, what giant spider thing?
Well, when I killed it, it turned into this goopy mess.
It did look like a giant spider before. I'm sure there are other people who saw it as a spider before they left the lower level.
A couple of the Kingsmen will give a very disgusted and nauseous look towards the giant puddle of goop that is right next to Corvus.
Agreed.
So, some mist turned into a spider, which turned into that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Has that happened to you before?
No.
I mean, similar things have happened.
Let's
Not this
have
exact
both
thing.
Ori and Mari make persuasion checks.
I'm not rolling so good on my persuasion checks
You know
tonight.
what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Wow.
Why not?
Poor Quappa.
Out of spite, I love it.
Yes.
19.
The Kingsmen will look away from you, Ori, and over towards you, Mari, as one of them will ask, "So something similar to this has happened to you?"
We have been attacked by fiends before that take on other forms like this.
Oh, if that's what you meant, then yes, similar things have happened, I suppose.
The Kingsman who's been asking most of the questions will look over towards you, Ori, and ask, "And what is that supposed to mean?"
Well, there have been fiends that have attacked us disguised as other things that didn't revert to their fiendish form. I didn't realize it was a fiend until Mari pointed it out.
Alright, what exactly do you do that's causing fiends to attack you?
Oh, nice victim blaming
Yes.
much? You think we're asking for it to be attacked by fiends? What kind of question is that? Who is your superior officer? I'd like to have a conversation with them.
We are the Crown Gall. You might have heard of us. We're working on behalf of the king and behalf of the church.
And we are fiend hunters.
No, we're not.
We kind of
We're
are.
not?
We kind of
Fight
are.
fiends when we run into
There's a
them, but we're
lot to
not
catch you up
seeking.
on, Corvus.
We're not
Corvus,
seeking
no.
them out.
Corvus, make a persuasion check, because in this situation, Corvus would 100% believe that all of you are fiend hunters.
12.
A couple of the Kingsmen will chuckle at the term fiend hunter. Then one of the other Kingsmen will just say, "Well, if you want to talk to our captain, Captain Bosco will probably be here in a moment or two."
Great.
But what is it that all of y'all do when you're not here in casinos? What's your day job? You even have a job?
Are we suspects? Why are we being questioned? like this. We just took care of the problem. I
I'm
don't
just trying to
appreciate this
figure
line
out
of
what
questioning.
happened,
What
and
does
you
what our day
answering our
job
questions will help
have?
us figure out what happened.
How will figuring out our day jobs help what happened here in this casino?
Because you confessed that things like this have happened before.
Well, maybe you've heard of me. I'm the People's Archer from Lux.
Make a
Anyone who
deception
wants
check, Ash.
Anyone who wants an autograph. Form an orderly line.
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
While none of the Kingsmen look like they recognize that name, they all seem curious that you're known for being the People's Archer.
I love that they believe the men more than the women. This has been a
Classic.
pattern. Victim
Yeah.
blaming,
Classic.
trusting the men's words over the
Yeah.
women.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm pretty well known. You know, I win archery competitions in Lux all the time. You know.
It's at this
Listen,
point
we took care of a problem you had. Like, I don't know what the issue is.
a problem we had. I'm not even one of the people who work here in this casino, alright?
Oh my god.
You can't blame us for every bad thing that happens. So at this
Oh
point,
wow! 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 What a funny thought! What a wild thing to say!
it's at this point, Mickey, you are definitely not going to be able to walk past the Kingsman there, but it's at this point, the party sees a gnome dressed in Kingsman captain armor will walk down the stairs and just say, alright, can everyone please just lower their voices?
If you call me hysterical, I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh, you will not be ready for the storm unleashed upon your precious little head.
The very unhappy Kingsman will look over towards Gnome and say, well, Captain, these people want to talk to my superior, so have fun, at which point you'll storm off.
Thanks for your help.
Bosco will come in and say, so I heard something about a spider attack. A giant spider attack.
Well, it was more like a fiend that transformed into a spider and then attacked. But yes.
Well, the fiend that was mist, and then it was a spider, and then it was this. Points at the goop.
Do you know how it got here? Is there a fracture here?
I mean, as far as we can tell, it came from the break room under the door.
One of the Kingsmen will walk in the break room and just be like, I don't see a fracture here. What does the fracture look like?
Oh, you would know.
You would know it if you saw it. Like a giant bolt of lightning going across the sky and
Ripping through reality.
ripping through reality and creatures pouring out of it.
Bosco will look surprised with that description and ask, so all of you have seen a fracture before?
Yeah.
Many. Too many to count, unfortunately.
Why are we out of character? Why are we offering so much information to the cops, huh?
Oddly enough, these ones seem more helpful than all the other Kingsmen we've encountered so far.
Alright.
Bosco will ask, wait, so you say you've seen a lot of fractures before?
That's what I said.
Yep. That's what he said.
You say that, but they've only been popping up recently.
Yep.
Correct.
We recently came from Lux, and there have been a few breaking out over there and near Anatoli. And we've been kind of chasing them down and closing them.
Actually might be aware of us. I don't know if the armory and Lux contacted you about the fact that we were using your teleportation circle to get to Port Nero. But we are working closely with Sheth and the King with regards to this recent fracture war.
Or you make a persuasion check with advantage from Ash helping you. Bosco's eyebrows raise a little bit as he says, oh, so that was you folk. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'd imagine in your work with the king, I do suppose this probably is not your first experience with dealing with something that popped out of a fracture.
Correct.
Well, if there is no fracture here, then I'd recommend everyone go find where it is.
Is there any reaction from the Kingsman?
One of the Kingsmen will whisper over to one of the other Kingsmen and just whisper, wait, are they fracture hunters or fiend hunters? Fracture hunters, are you paying attention?
So if they'll let me through, we should check behind here, and I'll push my way through the...
At this point, Mickey, you are not able to get through there because Bosco will say, we'll finish shaking out here. All of you are better suited elsewhere.
I do just want to register a complaint about your interrogation methods with the people who were actively helping, deal with the fiend problem and the incredibly accusatory nature of their line of questioning. Just so you know, it doesn't make me feel particularly cooperative.
Are you talking about Jason?
Sure, whoever was asking the questions and stormed off when you arrived.
Yeah, that would be Jason. I'll talk to him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess
Now,
we can go do our own part of looking for this fracture elsewhere.
yes, the party will be led up the stairs, up the back staircase, back by the kitchen before being let out the side door.
As long as we get our weapons back.
The Kingsman will make sure all of you get all of your weapons back.
We'll summon my rapier once we're out of sight of the Kingsman.
And with the casino having an early close because of a strange fiend encounter, what is the party's next move?
I guess we could start looking for any signs of a fracture near the casino.
Yeah, I mean, I could do another divine sense. I don't know how long it, lasts, but, if we could walk around and see.
I mean, yeah, or we can either check the contact at the library, or if we just want to find lodging and wait for the screams to start.
I mean, I wouldn't hate a short rest. Get some spell slots back. But,
Yeah, I wouldn't hate a short rest. What, time is it now?
But now, I'd say it'd be... From the timeline, it'd be in the late afternoon sometime. Actually, let's say early afternoon.
If we're going to do a short rest, I'll use my bonus action to get a second level spell slot back. And between Ash and Corvus, who looks worse?
I'm down 27 from max. Well, I guess more than 32 from max because of aid from earlier.
Corvus, are you at half or better than half?
I am bloodied.
Okay.
I could take 32 HP.
Okay. Since Corvus can double it generally, I'll give him 17 more.
Corvus, you took that 20 lay on hands from earlier, too, yes?
Yes, I did. And I was still bloodied after. I took a beating.
I knew you took a lot, but I...
Poison is no joke.
That poison was horrible.
Yeah.
And Ash, 5.
Sweet. Yeah, that's 5 is 5.
I'm gonna do the same thing and use a bonus action to get a spell slot back.
I'll use my sorcery points to get 2 level 1s back.
Is the party just going to stay in the alley by the casino or find a different place?
I was just about to ask if there's a cafe or a park we could go to. We could go to the library, I guess. We could take a short rest at the library.
Why are we gonna go to the library? I don't think we should be calling on Black.
I kind of want to see if it's worth keeping them in the loop about a location and actually test out this library contact to see if it's worth it. I figure it's easier to force Ash to stop snitching on us if we can prove that they're not that helpful.
I
And
agree.
if they're
I agree with
helpful,
her.
they're helpful.
You two are smarter than me, so.
Well, okay. Oh, well, all right. Well, let's go down there. All right. Let's not get carried away. Mickey? I don't think so. No.
Alright, we'll go to the library and do a short rest there.
And maybe look for this contact.
As the party head on over to the library in Port Narrow, you need to ask someone for directions, but they're able to point you in the right direction. And stepping into the library, it's a small one-story building that's only it's a square building, maybe only 40 feet wide on each side. And inside, the party sees several rows of dusty books. The shelves are not entirely full either. They're only maybe 80% full, with some almost entirely empty shelves here and there. As the party steps inside and looks around, the party doesn't actually see anyone at first until there's suddenly a voice saying, "Oh, I'll be with you in 1 second." As the party looks over in the direction of where the voice came from, the party sees walking out from behind a set of bookshelves in the back is an elderly human man whose figure is slightly hunched. He's pushing a very squeaky cart of books as he slowly walks over towards all of you. He gives a big, crooked tooth smile, and the party sees he has long gray hair and a long gray beard, and he says, "Hello, we don't get too many visitors here." "Oh, there are a lot of visitors here. How may I help you? I'm Greg."
Basically, I just want to say and ask him if he's got any books on gardening, specifically anything on growing roses.
Make a persuasion check, Ash. Greg gives an even bigger crooked tooth smile as he nods his head and says, I do believe we have a few books on those, although I do not have them up here. They are in the basement, so if you would just follow me." As the party follows Greg, he leaves the squeaky cart where it is and slowly walks over towards the back corner of the library, behind a desk which has been set up for a checkout counter. As the party follows him behind there, he moves a rug and lifts up a trap door, which is hiding underneath the rug. And underneath the trap door is a wooden staircase. Greg will hold a hand out towards the stairs and say, "I do believe you'll find what you were looking for down here."
Is this a trap? Is this a trap? Can I insight this guy?
Make an insight check. You're not quite sure how to read him, Ori.
Oh no. I'm gonna hold. Heck. I'm gonna hold Eldritch Blast, I guess. I don't. No, I'm gonna hold a Misty Step. I'll waste the spell.
Is anyone else in the party going to prepare something before they walk down the stairs?
I'll use my psychic speech, what's it called? To just tell people, like, I'm not sure if I trust this guy. He seems kind of odd to me.
I'm just gonna have my hand on the hilt of my sword.
So Ash, are you trusting him? If
Yeah,
Ash is going willingly,
I'm just
I'll
ready
follow
to go
by
down
that.
the stairs, so...
Greg will look a little bit confused why none of you are walking down the stairs, but he'll just ask, "Is there a problem?"
No problem. Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, I'll follow him down.
It appears Greg is not actually going there, but he's staying up on this floor.
Such a trap.
if he's staying up, then can I like give him the up and down and see if I
Yep.
think he's leading us anyway?
Make an insight check, Vicky.
Okay. 25.
You're pretty sure he's not trying to deceive you, and he generally is. Yeah, you don't think he's trying to deceive you in any way.
Okay. Head on down the stairs then with Ash.
With the party, one by one, following Ash down the stairs, we're going to end the episode here. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We will see you next week.